Hi class, welcome to Math 240. What I want to do in this video, and I'll do a video like this every week for you, is show you how to use a very powerful tool called StatCrunch to answer a lot of your homework questions. Now, I want to be clear and say that not every question in your homework can be done with StatCrunch. StatCrunch is primarily used to help you with computational type problems. So if it asks you to calculate some number in statistics, you'll want to use StatCrunch. All right, so what I want to do is I have your first homework loaded up, and I want to show you how you can very easily complete a question like question number 8 with StatCrunch. So the question says, compute the range and sample standard deviation for strength of the concrete in PSI. So what we have here is it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 data values. All right, now you can absolutely do this by hand if you want, but I think that it's quite arduous to do it by hand and takes a lot of time to do it. All right, so the way you're going to use StatCrunch, right? If you have data like this one right here, right? You see these double pane windows right here where my mouse is. If you click on that, click on the option that says Open in StatCrunch. Now what you'll notice here is your 8 data values that you had are put in this column here under what we call var1 or variable 1. Now, the option you'll use quite often or most often in StatCrunch is you're going to click this stat button right here. So stat. And as the weeks go on, I'll talk more about all these different options. But for the first one here, we want this option called summary stats. So I'm going to go to summary stats, and it looks like my data is in column. All right, it's in a column called var1. So I'm going to click on columns. All right, over here, first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to select the columns. Now it'll preload it with the columns that have data in it. So I'm just going to click on var1. It'll move it over to here. And here are all the statistics that you could have StatCrunch calculated. Now the highlighted ones are the basic summary statistics, and they're over here as well. So these are the ones that StatCrunch will calculate for you. And I'm literally just going to hit compute. Now when I do, you'll notice here that I have this output here of summary statistics that contains the mean, the variance, standard deviation, standard error, median, range, the min, the max, the first quartile, and the third quartile. All right, so let's go look back here. Problem said, find the range. Well, if I look here, the range, 1140. Well, let's put that in. Yeah, looks like StatCrunch solved it perfectly. Now the next question says, at find S. Now what S represents is the sample standard deviation. And I want to round to 1 decimal place. So when I go back here, the standard deviation is this right here rounded to 1 decimal place. So STD period DEV period, that's the sample standard deviation here. So it's 503.1. I plug that in. Let's check the answer. Got it. So as you go on, try to use StatCrunch as much as you can. And as you go forward, if you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to ask me and I will answer or tell you if you can use StatCrunch on any of your homework questions.